My christening gown is one of my most precious possessions and a priceless family heirloom. It brings back memories of my great grandmother, grandmother, and mom. Traditions are very important in my family. Many keepsakes and treasures are passed down from generation to generation, and such is the case with my christening gown. My great grandmother, Catherine Kelly Bradley, known to me as Mum, came to this country as an orphan from Ireland in 1904. She was only 6 years old and arrived with two sisters, each with a small parcel of clothes. Inside each girl's parcel was their christening gown, to be passed down and worn by the first girl child. My grandmother and first daughter, Catherine Bradley Murray, was the next to wear the christening gown in 1928. Unfortunately, there are no pictures of her in this gown. My great grandmother did not approve of taking pictures, so there were very few of her and her family until they were much older. Pictures such as this of her hanging clothes were taken without permission, and the photographer was sure to have heard about it. Mum always kept the christening gown in the same Irish lace it was wrapped in when it was brought to this country from Ireland. When my mother was born in 1948, my mom carefully washed the gown and gave it to my grandmother. Pictures are few, but my great grandmother consented to this one, taken of her and my mom. She was happy that they were going to keep the tradition alive. When my mother announced that she was getting married, my great grandmother gave her the christening gown as her wedding gift. My mother cherished it, and when I was born, she carefully washed it and let me wear it for my christening. This was bittersweet, since my grandmother had passed away and could not be there to see me wear it. My grandfather was touched that I wore his late wife's christening gown. My mom, however, was right there to witness her gown being worn for the fourth time. My mother carefully packed up the christening gown until 1994, when my daughter Danielle was born. The gown, getting a little yellow, was painstakingly washed and beautifully worn on the day of the christening. Even though she wasn't there to see it, I know Mama was present to see her great-great-granddaughter wear the dress. I now keep the christening gown in my hope chest, wrapped in the same old Irish lace, but in a sealed Ziploc bag to keep out the elements. I'm proud to keep this family heirloom for my daughter. Since Danielle is now 22, maybe someday it'll be my turn to carefully wash the gown and pass it on to my own granddaughter.